Hello everybody and welcome back to Alaska Bound, my forever home. Thanks for joining me again here in my little sanctuary in the garage. Thank you to everybody for your continued support. Keep those questions coming. You can see we got the pellet stove back here is not working today. I just plugged in my heater, electric heater, to see how that goes. I just started that. And what we have done today is we have fired up the rocket stove. So I'm going to show you a little bit how that works, and then we got a couple other things to look at. There's our rocket stove. Look at that baby shooting up that big old flame. Our feeding tube, you can see we got a good burn going on down in there. These are our pallet pieces. They're feeding down in here. This is my initial burn. We got optimal airflow going here. Got a nice big flame coming out of there, throwing a lot of heat. So if we go down here, this is our adjustment for airflow regulator. Wide open, more closed. Even with closed, we still have a little bit of airflow through here. Gonna open that up a little bit and get an absolute optimal flame going. Got a nice big flame coming off the top there. A little bit of smoke coming out of there, but not bad. And right now, one of the other features back here, until we get it regulated, we have our collection area open for optimal airflow. This is where we collect our ashes. Have that right there. Now we got it going, we can close that. We still got a pretty good flame coming out of there. We still have a few things to do as far as putting a tray up here that I can use for cooking if I want. It'll work fine right now for throwing heat. This thing is throwing a ton of heat. This will be implemented into the fireplace once I get it built. So, once again, out here in what could be a little bit cleaner garage. Once again, we got lots of projects going on here. We're going to be starting some more of our wood projects here. We'll talk a little bit about that in the next video. Right here, we have our electric heater going. Just plug that in to see what it'll do. Time will tell with that. So one thing I haven't talked about too much is my little sanctuary out here and what it means to me. And I'm going to show you a couple things here that'll kind of put that in perspective. One of the things that I see a lot when I come out here, going in and out of the door, these are writings from Dad over the years. These are vacations that they took on the motorcycle, different notes that he wrote down, measurements, stuff like that. So that will always and forever, as long as we're here, will be on the wall as a reminder. And then right here, this is the tool belt that Dad actually made and wore for a lot of years on a lot of different projects. It got set aside for quite a while. It's gotten a little bit moldy. It's a little bit rough. So I've got some actual cleaning to do on it. But for now, it's going to sit there. It'll never be tossed away. At some point in time, I'll clean that up. So we're going to go right back here to the rocket stove. Still burning pretty good here. Maybe make sure those sticks are feeding down in there good. Still a lot of pressure coming out of there with the airflow, creating a nice flame, even though we're getting down there a little bit in wood. So what we're going to do with the rocket stove is we're going to eventually set up a system where the longer, thinner branches can be fed in there. And we're going to set up not a pulley system, but a pull system where some pressure are put on those branches, either by a long strap for lack of a better term, a long elastic strap that is attached, and it'll actually continue to put pressure on these branches, longer branches that will feed in there for a long period of time, and we'll actually be able to create an overnight burn with the rocket stove. So one last little look here. We're getting down there in burn time. Last little bit of the initial burn here are feeding through, and it's still shooting a really good flame, and I'm telling you, that baby throws a lot of heat. So the first burn went really well. Time will tell with the electric heater. We'll talk a little bit more about that down the road. And once again, everywhere I look in this garage, and especially every day when I'm up here, all the tools that Dad has arranged, the workbench that he made, all the tools that he bought, how he's organized everything, right down to his handwriting on the walls. So that continues to be a big part of my inspiration to do what I'm doing. And I am forever grateful for all that he instilled in me as far as a work ethic. My one regret is that I didn't learn it sooner. He provided a wonderful life for us, and he took care of us, and he is still taking care of us. Very rarely is there a day that goes by that I don't think of him in one fashion or another, as far as picking up a tool that I know he held in his hand, looking for something that I know is there, that I don't have to go down to the hardware store and buy. And it's just incredible working with his spirit beside me out here. So I will continue to put out these videos as time allows, and as we get closer to the day to head up to Alaska, I will be concentrating a little bit more on actually what you're going to be seeing up there. So once again, thank you again for all your support. Keep the questions coming. Today was a little bit more about the rocket stove, and the next time we're going to talk a little bit more about the food end of things, the canning and stuff like that. So any questions regarding that, keep them coming. I got a few to get to. So thanks again for joining me. It's been great, and back to work on some of my wood projects here. We'll see you next time.